test this sound of this mic. Okay, maybe I've turned down a lot. No, I get it right. Okay. All right. Welcome to Midnight Club. You know, I had a username way back in the day called DarthNefas. And I wanted to bring it back for a day. See how good I am at that. I'm having somebody take a look and make sure. I haven't done the streaming thing in a while now. There's a couple of people that were like, yeah, let's make sure you stream and do stuff. And I was like, I don't know what to come back to do. So I figure if I'm going to come back, do that. I don't know if it, yes. Yeah, I don't know. I should probably do another one and put the DarthNefas. Dante was the actual original file. So I got to bring this up to a preview screen because that screen is just so small with the edit. This is actually like supposed to be the right size according to the game, which I think that's pretty cool actually. Probably get like a copyright strike for playing that music. Okay, so what the plan is today is I'm just gonna have a little fun. I haven't done this in a long time, but I wanted to play what I call my Toreador run through. So basically what I do is I put a Toreador in and I'm going to play that and just see how far I can get with just a Toreador. I'm going to do arcade today because I don't know how long I'm going to stay on. So that'll be fun. I'm hoping this looks good because I got a new graphics card. I got a ton of new stuff. This is my gaming kind of rig setup. So it's a little bit different than my old setup that I had. That really, it's, I think this is actually like the same computer, but, oh, look at that. But, it's a lot better setup from here with the new graphics card. I can put more memory in it, so I'm actually have the right kind of gigabytes to play something like a PS game or something. So that will have like just the basic stuff that I need to play. And I'm gonna have to get used to it. The mic's in like a weird position right now, but I think I'll get used to it. Play some of the stuff. Check it out. Playing some Midnight Club 2. This is a blast from the past. I hope somebody either watches it live or at least remembers it from the past, or maybe even if they see the DarthNefas thing, remembers the old username. Because we were old school back in the day. Like this was, I was actually really good at this game, and it's kind of frightening because I bet I'm not at that speed right now. But it'll be fun to basically give it a shot to see where I'm at, or how much I remember. It was so much fun just to be able to pull this out and be like, hey, I still have my old save and everything. This is the other thing. This start, especially for arcade, this plays a little bit different. And there are certain sections where it's like he'll jump ahead in the arcade version. And I don't have my in-air controls on right there. Haven't even used my nitrous yet. I'll have to do that in the future. But yeah, I played this back in the day when it was first on. It was so funny. So I played the arcade version of this game, and I always like to play games from the standpoint of beating it before I go to the online section and then play it there. And it was so weird to say, wow, I have a whole new learning curve. The day I went, it was my first ever online game. I forgot what year it was. This was a while ago. And I started playing it, and it was the first person I ran into was, his username was Spirit R. I'm still friends with him today. And it was so funny because I ran into him, and I'm like this really fast player. I've seen other people comparing numbers and everything, and then I get in that race, and they had this tactic called swerving, and it was fast. Like, it made you top speed the whole way through. And yeah, I am so rusty. So these guys would come in and they would race, and it was like, how the heck am I supposed to beat that? Like, they're swerving back and forth, and I was like, I gotta learn some techniques here if I'm ever gonna like face up against them. And yeah, so I figured out some stuff, and I actually figured out how to do it differently than everybody, which was kind of cool. And I was using cars that nobody else was using and still winning. So most guys just all use the Veloci. But I always like the challenges, so I did like the Moto Prego, which is the Porsche, some other things. And right now we're doing the Torito, what I call a Torito run. There's some people out there that said they can win with the Coquette. What happens is, now, in all full disclosure, like, you're like, this car isn't that fast. How could you beat the game with this car? And it's kind of counterintuitive. So it's not really, in some respects, because I'm really driving so much better than my competition per se. What's really happening is the game, it doesn't know. So I could take a shortcut there probably. So it doesn't know it has a rubber band in both directions, basically. So one direction is saying we need to catch up with him because he's fast, which, if you've ever played this game, that's what makes this game extremely difficult, because of stuff like that. And but it's also, I can use that rubber band against them, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to use that rubber band to pull them backwards, so they will not be at their fastest. And that's how I'm basically going to see, I took the wrong spot. I am wicked rusty, and I'm talking, so I'm not focused, but that's okay. We're still going to do this. So what I'm doing is I'm rubber band pulling them back, so they're actually slower, and they're rubber band pulling me forward at the same time that it would be as if you were, I have the fastest car in the game, and for some reason they're already catching up with me, kind of thing. It's the same thing. It's going to work in reverse, though. So that's basically what we're doing, is we're kind of fudging the game. And I've heard of people that say that they can use that to win. Yes, I can do two wheels, or in-air controls. So what's happening is that there are people that say they can beat this with the Coquette, and it is a feasibility that they could, but it's not because they're the fastest. It really is because they're pulling people back. The Torita is one of those cars. It's like, even with the anchor being on your opponents, there's a point when they're just not that slow. And I've never heard of anybody actually being it. Somebody said they could. I've never done it with the Coquette. I have done it with the Torito. I've tried it with the Coquette, and it's funny because, like, guys in the Veloci guys will actually, it's like a gigantic anchor on them. It's hilarious because they go so much slower because the game's own, like, brake system that makes things complicated is also a system that is supposed to make it easier for you. So it puts you in a situation where you're more confident than you actually should be. And I find that funny because everybody says this game is super hard. It's like, just keep playing. Sooner or later, the game will slow up for you. But that's also the problem when it comes to people that go, hey, I'm going to be super fast, go online. I'm going to be unbeatable. Like, look at my times. And it's like, you're not actually that fast. So, and in some respects, that kind of did happen to me, but more in the lines of, there's a technique called swerving that they had that, like, it's if you don't know what you're doing with that, you are not going to win. So, and if you, like, effectively from a speedrunner concept, that really is what you need to do to be able to be like the best in the world kind of thing. So I wasn't really interested in doing all that swerving stuff. And the other thing is that I would do it from the arcade, which is actually kind of broke. See how they're catching up with me? I would actually do it from the big trick here is not to worry, because remember, if they pass me, it's going to work in there in my favor like that. Forgot what I was saying.
Unit in pursuit of one, possibly multiple street racers.
Usually blow up on the thing there. So yeah. So new players would come in, they think they're really fast. In reality, that right there is happening. So what's they're catching up with me, and my rubber band is going to slow them down. At the same time, it's going to speed them up. So this game really isn't effectively that hard. It's made to make you angry, basically. So you're like, oh, I can do this. So it's like, no, the game is really kind of tanking itself for you so that it can play. And if you know how to do it right and you're fast with some of the slowest cars, you can actually use that rubber band against it, which is exactly what I'm doing. Is I'm taking its rubber band and saying, hey, by the way, I am going to bend it the wrong way. So, and then you figure out ways of doing it faster than the game does, and the game does not know what to do. So the game goes, I'm gonna go over here, and it's like, no, you're not gonna win doing that, but that's okay. You do you. The problem I have with the Torito too is that it is not a good car when it comes to outrunning the cops, which is why I like it too, because it really is a tanked out car per se. It is not effectively fast, but what it does really well, it does have some swerving technology in it, if you will. Only a certain bunch of cars like the Lusso, the Veloci, and my favorite, which was the 300ZX cop car. So if I was doing speed running, I would not do the Veloci. I would do the Tokyo cop car. And if you did the Tokyo cop car, see, people think that, oh, you want your top speed to do 250 all the time. And it's like, no, it's not. You want it to just be, top speed where it needs to be top speed. And that's what worked for me. I don't know if that's 100% accurate. I just know that I didn't lose a lot of races. So unless it was against Spirit or Omega or some of those other guys, because they were just as fast as I was. And it was all about, when you have races like that against some of the best guys out there, it's not about being the fastest. It's about who makes the mistake first. So that's kind of what you want to do, is you want to work on your I'm perfecting it kind of thing. So if you can hear this and the sound sounds good, let me know. Oh, shoot. I forgot what I was doing. All right. Oh, I got caught up here. Okay. Ended up losing the... If I lose one, I'm okay with it. Because it's just... It is one of those games that... There comes a point when the rubber band is going to work against me. Like, the game's going to be like, you're going too fast. We're gonna catch up with you. And stuff like that happens. So I just would like to do a perfect game. We're still in kind of the fun sector too, and still have these RX-7. And I didn't do the... There we go. See, that thing is you have these guys that ram you. I might have to use my boost on this one. See, the rubber band is not doing him any favors. He's also the crash car. So I have to be careful of him. There's the other guy. The other thing I have to worry about, like that, whenever you make mistakes. Oh, he pitted me. You guys saw that, didn't you? And am I back in first? No. Come on. Yeah. That was cool. So I think the rubber band worked against him. Oh, cool. I can actually see I have a little screen over here that shows my chat. Oh, shoot. I didn't want to do that. Yeah, I know. I got to get my preview screen up. I might actually lose this one. I can't use my boost early on this. I need to use it at the end for the shortcut. And this guy is actually fast, and I got to keep out of the water too.
All these youngsters on the scene don't know how to do this the way I do.
Well, I apparently don't know how to do it at all. Man, you crashed, so probably not saying much. Come on, get it. Yeah, got it. Come on, give me another one. Yeah. I'll take that win. It's 2 in a row that I'm kind of like, oh my gosh. There was something else going. Oh, somebody messaged about something else. And I'm like, oh, that was accurate. All right. We're still on the Torita. I want to get at least out of LA. I can't. There's possibilities. And this is the thing that's worrying me right now. There's a couple of races, like he'll cheat here. There's a couple of races where I'm like, I'm not 100% on how to do it. Like, that's annoying. I got this. I got it. I'm only in last place. It happens. Truck. Wait a minute. How'd I get back in first? All right. And the other thing, and that's the worst part about this, is that I had so many cool shortcuts back in the day. Like there's one right there you can use. And they were not regular racing shortcuts. Like everybody had these really cool shortcuts. Like, oh, we'll do shortcuts like this. And I'm like, there are so many cool shortcuts in here that you have no idea. Like that truck pulling in front of him, getting in everybody's way. Nice job. Thank you. He works for me. Okay, and that guy works for UPS. Next day air. Nope. That's the other. I actually dig that about this game. That there are so many things that are just random. Like you don't have the ability to prepare for it. So you just have to drive and just keep doing what you're doing and hope for the best. So yeah, like I said, so this is, this is one. So they want you to go one way, but then see, they keep going straight, but it's like the shortcut is actually here. Requesting backup. And the other thing is I know this seems a little bit out of the way, but this is actually the quickest. One, because you get to use all your power early, and then the D sign is right there. So, I got this. I got it. So far, don't quote me on any of that. The other thing I'm using OBS. I want to get used to OBS again. This is going to be a tough one. Now, this one is not tough so much because of your opponents, because you can see that right there. I'm actually using their rubber band against them because that's going to slow them down a little bit. Okay, that's going to slow me down a little bit. Whoa, what team are you on? Oh, you thought I didn't know that shortcut. And the other thing is that's why right there. Yeah, the hell with it. We'll use it. No, don't jump in front of them when you can just jump in front of me. Now, see, once they're in front of you like this, it's kind of like they have that rubber band in their favor, so they kind of keep it. And that's what works against it. So I have to maintain my speed right now, or I'm going to be in trouble. And I'm already in trouble, but there's another shortcut in here that I don't. You saw that, right? The cheat block. Dude, seriously, microphone stand. Don't stop fighting me. That was my first loss. The other thing is that you think that the point here is to like constantly be on the gas, and this is still from kind of the arcade era where doing that was something that people like actually believed was a thing. Like, oh yeah, you just get on the gas all the time, and it's like, no, you want to get off it a little bit when you have to. And the other thing is you want to be able to hit those landings in a way that'll allow you to keep your momentum. Okay, they're gonna NOS shot right here. We're gonna have to slow down a little bit, I hope. Okay, maybe not. I'm just glad I didn't crash. Like, I'm like, if he didn't crash, you can. And remember where you're going. You should be good. Yeah, I think there's another shortcut there that I'm not remembering. And that's the thing about this game is there's so many shortcuts. Try to get this mic in a way that'll work with me here. So yeah, it doesn't matter if you lose some. You just have to win completely with the Torita. And I don't know if I'll make the whole distance, but I've always debated like doing kind of a speedrun thing and saying, okay, how long does it take? But I'm not used to setting up this stuff. I'm kind of a little bit, I don't know how to say it, a little aged when it comes to the technology associated with this. So I've never really practiced it. I don't even know what you have to set up to make speedruns happen. How sad is that? I thought that was the other guy, and I hit him. Oh, that poor guy. He had an accident. Oof. This one I have never quite figured out which direction to go to get your speed at its top. So I just kind of like wing it. Try to maintain as much speed as I can. There's a guy still up there and he is trucking right along. Man, that doesn't help me. So there's a guy over there. Yeah, I see him. Oh, he hit that truck, I bet. Oh, that was the other cool thing about this game is most of these games you play them and like the main dude cheats his way through and is like, I'm going to do it like this, and he always wins. And then you play it and you're like, seriously? But with Midnight Club, the other guy can have mistakes. Like right here, I can nitrous whenever I want to make sure I'm ahead of the other guy. But if I don't need it, why use it? It's so funny, Rick. Right there, that is not effectively the fastest way of doing it. I've done it so much that way that I'm in a habit of driving it a certain way. So I don't know if I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll do the next one, but it's like a time trial, so it really doesn't matter how you do it. I usually just skip it. You're not racing anybody, but it does make your car look cool.
I shouldn't be telling you this, but I like you, so
well, then don't tell me, Gina, because you're an idiot. Yep, I'm popping a wheelie on my bike, Gina. You just keep doing you. I hate Gina.
If you want to reduce your drag, you can
be an annoying person.
Weight transfer. You'll duck down and pick up more speed.
Nope. I spent too much time dogging on Gina and crashed. That's probably a karma thing. This is actually a very cool area in here when it comes to... Shut up, Gina. It's a really cool area for a shortcut. I'm doing it all wrong, of course, but there's a way to get over there. You know what? I'm just going to take this shortcut like this. Get out of my traffic. Cheating. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hotshot. I'm going to talk to you incessantly. What are you, an ex-girlfriend or something? Go away. I don't have a gun. Otherwise, miniguns to necessitate a rack. But yeah, there's a couple of cool areas in here that you can take shortcuts on that's I need to get back into and get used to. So you can see there, you heard that little rev as I skidded. That is that speed boost that I was talking about. So if I get into a corner and I'm loaded up on those wheels, I'm actually going to go faster. And that's what makes the Torito win.
Just slam your bike to a quick stop with the brake while pushing forward and using weight transfer. You should pop up on the front wheel into a fat endo.
Shut up. All right. Gina is the worst character, really. And it's like, at the end of this, it's like, oh, you gave Gina your car. And I'm like, why would I ever do that? And the worst part is she gets the MR2, and I'm like, there is no way that I would give her that car. Oh, I did not mean to pit that guy. I apologize. I don't really apologize, but I'm sorry. I do feel bad, but I don't really feel bad, you know. It's a rally, not a race. Just kidding, it's a race. All right, let's see. I'm up against RX-7s and stuff now, so I'm gonna start bumping some walls and losing some speed in places, which is fine, as long as we don't screw the pooch per se. And I got to remember which one of these pulls out in front of me. That guy pulls out in front of me. That guy pulls out in front of me, and he doesn't pull out in front of the other guys, and I think that's awfully mean of him. So I'm gonna go over here and drive around him. UPS. Next day air. I think in the original Midnight Club they called it Mid-X instead of FedEx. It's a pretty good name if you ask me. Okay, I wanted to get greedy there and stay on the inside of that turn so that I could do right here, but none of that worked. It's okay, I'm still in first. And that's all that matters for this little challenge. That's the beauty of the new setup too, is like I can actually now record and no, I do not want to mess with that cop. So we're gonna get rid of him. Or I can crash and he can catch up with me and crash me a couple of times. That works too. Yep, see? Not good. It's even worse for the Japanese guys. The Japanese cops are just impossible to outrun.
Unit in need of backup.
He is? Oh, this is another one where I'm like, I gotta remember where I'm going. And I already used my NOS, so. And UPS. Yeah, this is gonna happen a lot. Oh, Gina, thank you. See? Annoying ex-girlfriend crashing you. That's.
Code 2.
Yeah, she can pass me there. Nope. Ah, I had it too.
2 Alpha Niner in need of backup. Encountered heavy resistance.
I was there, guys. I could taste it. So this is where the game kind of tries to
Code 2. Unit requesting
annoy you
backup.
by doing the I'm going to pull ahead of you at the last second thing. Which you can ask my wife, came into a lot of yelling between games. A lot of fun there. Yeah, that's the other thing to remember is they're just going to cheat. So, and that's okay because, like I said before, the challenge effectively is not about skill. It's about consistency. In some respects, it is about skill, but other times it's not. It's just really, you just keep running until the game goes, hey, those guys are going way too fast. Let's slow them down. That's why another reason why I like the arcade. What was that? The arcade mode is I don't think that they kind of remember that you exist. That was good. I maintained a lot of speed there. We can do that over and over again, and I'll feel very good about myself. It'll be a fake feeling of accomplishment, but that's okay. UPS. We ship. Why don't you ship me to the finish line there, pal? See, so as you can see, I'm way ahead of the competition. And then you're going to be like, how did they catch up? And I'll be like, because they're a bunch of cheaters. Okay, that's much better. He's going to take it himself. If I don't get hit by a car right there. Yep. What did I say? What did I say? He's running? Oh my gosh. Don't let him run. Maybe you should walk. Requesting backup. And you hear the guys from the Japan section say that, and you're like, uh-oh. We are in trouble now. These guys, it's like, you know, that's just a Crown Vic. You're okay. The worst part is now that Gina's cheating again. There you go. Good job, Gina. See, there she is again. She has managed to do the impossible and catch up. And I cannot remember where to go, but we're going to do...
Repeat, requesting backup.
Then once you get in the hallway, right here, nitrous your way to victory by landing on the stadium. Gina is a cheater. And I would never give her the vortex. Sorry. Now this guy is serious. Probably my favorite character in the game, to be honest. I am driving his sister's car for one. And his first mission is not actually a mission at all. It's losing the cops. So you don't actually have to beat him in his mission. You just have to beat the cops.
He's running. Requesting backup. Code 3. I repeat, code 3.
Which I should be able to do. But there are times that I have not. So, oh, see, cops lost. But there's going to be another cop over here in Benton. So, yep, there he is. But there's the finish line right there. And what I have to do
Code 2. I need backup.
is do that. And he's lost. And I got here way before he did. Easy. Freaking peasy. Okay, next run. That's okay. I have a stream where the only people that watch are bots. Nothing wrong with that. It's Midnight Club too. I'm fine with it. And I don't know if anybody... I remember when I used to play this and I would race it, I think I was the only person to use this route. So if you see this route and you say, nope, I use that route, let me know, because this guy just keeps hitting me. So that's not the route. So just saying. Oh, I'm still in first. Sweet. This one's a little bit more difficult because of the rain situation, if you will. But it also works in my favor because there's a lot of these guys that will get caught in that rain and they will crash. And that guy took a right and didn't go straight like I thought he was. So this was the route I took. I never remember anybody else taking the same route. And I think that's usually why they lost. Is because I think this route, and in some respects, is kind of broken. And I don't know why. But it is what it is. Somebody else will be like, there's a faster route. I would love to see it. So a little boost right there. That'll put me right over. I used to love winning that race in online. Just because you could take a car that was so much slower, and if people didn't know their point. So all right, with GTA, and I know a lot of people get mad at me when I bring up Grand Theft Auto while playing Midnight Club, but one thing I liked about Grand Theft Auto is when he added the pursuits. It's perfect. Now this one, I'm hoping I'm going to remember it. They give you a little cheater boost there. Well, that's interesting. I hit the cop. Oh, yep. See, I did it wrong. So you take that other way, you go straight, and you actually maintain a lot more speed on that one lane over there. It's a little bit faster. So I'm in second right now, or third. See, that's a slow way of doing that. You know what? You're going to call... Dude, who are these guys? Like, you are slowing me down. Stop. Excuse me. Excuse me. So, yeah, sometimes I'll know the path, but I don't remember the shortcuts perfectly, so it kind of is very annoying for me because I'm like, I know what I'm doing. I just don't remember what I'm doing. Whoa. Holy cow. I've never seen them this aggressive before. Wow. I'm actually impressed. Like that dude was taking no prisoners. Like he's like, hey, I don't like you.
Unit requesting backup. Repeat, requesting backup.
But you can't have it because we're all busy with a code donut.
Code 2, I need backup.
Everybody heard code donut when he said code 2, didn't they? Like, hey, wait a minute. Are you sure he didn't say code donut right there? I am not 100%. So, I'm in second place. I gotta beat the tanker here, but I'm not gonna beat him. See that? Darn it! I made it too, and I still lost. That's pretty good though. Like, I gotta make sure I don't next race until I'm. The other thing I used to do, which I thought was hilarious, was I would do that. I do this little shortcut here, so I'm going to do this right this time. So you take this right, then you keep going straight, and then you pit maneuver that guy, which is not what I meant to do. But then you go over here, and there's like this little area here that you can kind of cut through. And now I'm way ahead. And you're like, whoa, sneaky. And I'm like, yes, I am.
Suspect gave me the slip.
Gave you a slip. Well, I hope he gave you some slippers to go with it. I know, it wasn't a good joke. I'm sorry. Never apologize for bad puns. Just saying. So basically, and this is what I'm talking about, like, because the game is so random, if I can get ahead of them far enough, it's basically like sometimes that rubber band will actually work against them. And it's like, oh, well, they're never going to catch it. Like, I can't catch up with that guy. He is giving me a slip. Oh, that guy took it personal. Here he comes again. Oh, it's that same guy again. No, he isn't. I can't believe it. He just took a turn and flipped. Code 2? Really? By the way, I will never do that tanker truck the same way. Okay, maybe I will. Yeah, I didn't do it that well. It's okay, I made it through, but like, I still won't do it as good. There's a way of going it around it, so I'm kind of like, I need to figure that out. Okay, so we won that one. I think we should be into the championship round for this one. How long have I been streaming here? 43 minutes. Wow. So what I think I'll do is let's beat. Yeah, we're in the champ. I think he's got 2 races. So if we can beat this, then we can go from here to. We'll call it a night for this one, and I'll come back for Paris tomorrow or something like that, or the next run.
Air unit has positive location on suspect.
He does? Well, go get him, boys. Bunch of Vipers, and they're like, yeah, let's follow the Integra.
Requesting backup. Repeat. Requesting backup.
Okay, what kind of backup would you like? I forgot which side I'm supposed to do here. Probably not that side, but. There's a trick here. I know there is. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. So we have to go through the figure 8 while not hitting anybody. Then we're going to cross over. Then we're going to do the big jump. Well, I'm still in the green for, well, the blue, if you will, for... Here we go. All right. Oh, I lost a ton of energy there. Hitting stuff and doing bad things with your car, that's usually what hurts you. Yeah, I've got somebody behind me. It's like the game goes, oh, well, you messed up, so we're going to pull somebody up and put them in your rear view. Okay, I'm using some in-air control on that one. And I took that a little wrong. And the other thing you have to worry about is what I call scripted traffic. Okay, try to use a lot more energy here this way. Instead of doing the normal shortcut, I'm going to try to build up a ton of power here. That didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but it's okay. Whoa. That's what I was trying to get him to not do, was hit me. I was like, if I can get that momentum and keep it, I'll be doing very well. And sure enough. I am just a lowly Torita versus a bunch of Vipers, or Jersey XSs if you want, in heavy, heavy traffic. And for some reason, it's changing lanes way more than I thought I was used to. I'm in the wrong spot. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 Come here! Come back here! Nope! 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 Yep, that hurt. Ah, it's gonna suck if I did all that, dominated that whole race. Like I was saying, it's all about. And I could blow up here too.
I can't find him. I'm breaking off pursuit.
He's right over there. No, no. Whew. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, he's trying to target me, so. Yes. I gotta say, makes for some most exciting racing, doesn't it? All right. Breathe, deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. Okay, so is this the one? I don't know. I don't remember. Okay, I'm just going to have to race it and see what's up. So yeah, you know what? I feel really good. Well, that was not what I wanted. Okay, maybe I don't feel as good as I thought. I felt really good for coming back to this game after being away from it from a very long time. And I'm going to say is doing as well as I've done so far. I'm actually kind of impressed with my ability to retain some of the craziness that's this game. Last place. Good job. Now see, they're choking right now. So it's like, why are they choking? And it's like, well, because they have a gigantic rubber band attached to them. And there is, funny enough, the main guy, except for the Gina races, is actually a different guy than in other words, it's going to win is going to be a different guy than is actually the main guy. Gina's the only one that's like, oh yeah, she's the main character for the race, so she will be the fastest one of the group. Oh, timed that all wrong. The fog does a great thing about showing you where to go. But in Gina's races, Gina is the fastest. In every other race, like these, for instance, this one is Dice. Dice is not the fastest. It'll always be somebody else. Sometimes it's the guy that's supposed to be ramming you. That's kind of your arch nemesis character. Like, in other words, he was hired to make sure you lose kind of thing. So I did that all wrong, and there was no way to fix it. And I'm okay with that. So here's the shortcut, right? Sometimes I know where I'm going. Okay, so he's going to take the inside line? Oh, no, he does take this outside. Okay, cool. There's one where you can take this like that, and it works against them, but it works in your favor. So it's like I'm hoping that I remember it when I'm doing it now, because there is one in here where it's like instead of going the right way, you go against traffic. And it allows you to get a lot more momentum.
Code 2, I need backup.
Yeah, see, they're going the wrong way, basically. So I'm going against traffic, but that's going to play into my favor. Like, really tense right now, because it's like we played... I think I've only lost like 2 races. I've got dice behind me. I do know with this one, you typically have to launch across. That's not what I wanted to have happen, but that's okay, because they're going to have the same issues. It's okay. So with this one, normally people go straight. And I go to the left. So that I can have a lot more momentum. Because we have to take a little jump here that is kind of difficult. And I'm hoping not to mess it up. And I want to get as much distance from them as possible. So there it is. Inside line. There we go. And we got it. That's it. So that is doing the first city with just the Torita. Let's go back to, I think that'd be the dice run. That's doing the first city. Drop in knowledge. Yep. So crossover. See, it's 2 races. So there's the 2 races. So that's dice, and that would now we go back. That's Savo. Savo's the end. And it's back to Moses. So this next one will be Paris, career with blog, and Eiffel Vision. This is where things are going to get a little bit crazy because it's very difficult to remember all this stuff. So I am actually happy though, because I did not expect. I thought we were going to be in here for at least an hour, and come to find out, like, yeah, not even close to it. Did it in 53 minutes. So yeah, so I guess my speedrunning career is still affable, and there's a potential for me to do that down the road. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I would need, like you said, I'm going to have somebody that's going to know what they're doing much more than I do to actually consider it. So, but for those of you who do tune in, if you see this later, check it out. Thanks for watching. Like I said, I'll be back as soon as I can to do Paris. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking to do more of these, like the PS2. I've got some stuff with I have a Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo 64 or whatever. So yeah, there's potential to do a lot of different games that are like old school with this setup. And I have the screen set up so that it looks great. So, and if I'm looking right on the screen, it looks awesome. So tune in for the next one. We'll see you soon.